Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back ladies and gentlemen for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing weekend. Today we're going to be diving into Cardano and we have got a lot to cover. Apologies for not making a video yesterday. I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a break. You know how zealous I am on the topic, but today we're going to be making up for that, and we've got a great amount of information to get through. We're going to be showing you some really interesting things in regards to the charts, what I believe is currently taking place. I absolutely believe that this is an accumulation range for Cardano, and I'm going to be showing you that by showing you that Wyckoff accumulation, or certainly the schematic, is definitely applicable to what we're currently seeing. We're going to be going over a number of different things, such as how markets work and the kind of waves that they move in. This is all present in the charts, ladies and gentlemen, and if you are a Cardano holder looking, or if you're somebody looking to get into a position into Cardano, I can definitely say, and this is not financial advice, that right now would be a good idea. If you're looking to already get in, right now is not a bad time, and historically we have a lot of evidence for that. We are also going to be talking about the Plutus backend, where we are in terms of development and on the road to dApps deploying on the Cardano network, and this kind of DeFi ecosystem that we're expecting to have a fantastic effect on the price for Cardano is actually going to take place. The Plutus backend is now getting integrated to wallets, I believe, and this is going to allow developers to kind of test things out, and we're moving along very nicely. SundaySwap did an interview recently where they essentially said that they are weeks away, and this is a very interesting read actually. This is in relation to their concurrency problem solving, but there's a lot that goes into this. They do something interesting when they compare themselves to other market makers out there, other dexes, and they look like quite an impressive project. We're also going to talk about media and the role that has to play, because I would absolutely say there is manipulation at hand here, whether that be indirect or direct. I think there's both at play, and I don't want to. When I say I think the reason for Cardano's price is largely due to manipulation and this kind of downwards trending that we're seeing, that sounds like a bit of a cop-out. There are, of course, fundamental reasons like the hard forks, etc., which we've spoken about. But in my opinion, there's absolutely manipulation at play here. And I absolutely believe that you have smart money accumulating here in anticipation of what's to come. And we're going to talk about that. So we've got an awful lot to get through, guys. Where I really want to start is by saying a huge thank you to all the delegators to the All-In pool. This is the Cardano stake pool that I have. We're now at 500,000 Cardano staked with us, 510,000 ADA. This is fantastic, guys, and I just want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you delegating to us. There is a link to the Discord in the description if you want to come and join the community. It's totally free. We don't charge for anything. We don't have a Patreon or anything. You can join the Discord. You're all more than welcome. It is mainly stake pool focused, but we're just growing now at the moment. So that being said, let's get into this video. The markets seem a little bit more chirpy today than they have previously been. We are going to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks absolutely beautiful, guys. For those of you who aren't following me on Twitter, head over to @RealAllinCrypto. This is something that we've had in play for Bitcoin for a while, and it seems to be playing out this kind of reverse head and shoulders pattern that we stated a while ago now, nearly over a month. So this is definitely playing out. You also have this beautiful, I mean, the structure for Bitcoin just looks so good. Cup and handle taking place. You're finding support on your EMA, which is a good sign. This will typically hold you as support in an uptrend. So Bitcoin looks good, and Bitcoin's going to drag the market with it. Now, we know what Cardano's price has been doing recently, and we said that the reasons for this was because we had a hard fork. Smart money and dumb money act opposingly. It's no coincidence, and I'm not calling anybody dumb here, that retail is scared. You know what the sentiment's like for Cardano at the moment. There's a lot of negativity, unwarranted negativity surrounding it. Meanwhile, in my opinion, smart money is accumulating. And on the video that we put out on Friday, we actually looked into a number of supporting evidence for how we know smart money is accumulating. And we looked at CoinShare and their inflow report, showing that big players are still accumulating throughout this entire pullback. And this is a schematic that I've kind of overlaid. This, of course, is Wyckoff accumulation schematic. And I'm going to make the argument that is absolutely present today, ladies and gentlemen, in Cardano. If we take, let's take it off auto so we can play around with the chart a little bit to kind of get these both on the screen at once. This is the price. One thing that having a YouTube channel has been a fantastic journey for me, and one of the biggest parts of that journey has been learning about charts, learning about markets and how they work. it is fascinating, guys. There is so much. What you see before you is just a chart, but there is so much that has gone into this. There is so much behind the scenes in terms of market making, you know, understanding how price is determined, media. It all adds in, guys. And this is essentially what I believe you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. I would absolutely say that there is similarities between what we're currently going through in relation to Cardano and what we're seeing as a Wyckoff schematic. You guys know that Wyckoff was essentially somebody who decided to give the retail a bit of a hand up and came up with these methods of accurately determining whether smart money, the composite man as he called it, is accumulating or distributing. And right now, to me, it looks like this is accumulation. We see this with some of these wicks. There's a lot of supporting evidence. One big argument that people have in regards to smart money accumulating is the volume. The volume is still very, very low, but this is how smart money accumulate. If they bought all at once, if you bought or if you had a lot of money and you tried to enter a position, chances are you're going to move that market and not get filled at the price that you're after. So what they'll do is they'll do it gradually over time to kind of, it's the idea of being smart and not kind of being noticed accumulating. And this is what Wyckoff was really trying to get across, and he came up with these schematics to kind of accurately identify that. And I think that's absolutely at play, guys. I think if you look at the fact that every metric of Cardano has never been so strong, a lot of them are at all-time highs in regards to transactions, value, a kindred, assets, you name it, or native assets, they're all at all-time highs. Meanwhile, the price hasn't reflected that, and that's because it's meant to not reflect that. This is when people load up, and then when they'll sell. And if you look at Cardano, if you look at charting full stop, you can see this is apparent, and this is a schematic in regards to accumulation and distribution. This is how markets work. Lots of people out there think that it's retail that controls markets. It's not, unfortunately. Yes, they have a part to play in it, but it's almost like a consumer role that they play, if you will, and it's really institutions that drive the price. And this is quite interesting because this really sums up Elliott wave theory. That's really what Elliott wave theory is identifying. You know, it's what it's looking at, this kind of wave-like structure to markets that's largely led by big players. And you've got that present today for Cardano. This is the Elliott wave theory that we have, and you can see this kind of schematic playing out. So right now, in my opinion, is an absolute perfect time to accumulate, guys. I know that's kind of a long-winded way of saying it. That is not financial advice, just my own opinion. If you understand where Cardano is going and what's on the horizon with these dApps deploying, and if we see a similar usage of Cardano DeFi that we saw in Ethereum, this had fantastic effects on the price. And there's reasons to use Cardano's DeFi ecosystem in opposition with something like Ethereum. And that, of course, is due to gas fees, etc., etc. So things look good, guys. I don't want people getting shaken out. This also ties in very nicely with the Wall Street cheat sheet, or the Cardano cheat sheet, as we called it, where we looked at the Wall Street cheat sheet. This also maps out markets and how Wall Street have typically mapped them out based on retail psychology. And this is what you're seeing today, guys. This is absolutely playing out. You are going to come back out the other end of it and make new all-time highs, in my opinion. And there's lots of supporting data for that. So the Plutus back end is moving along quite nicely, according to Charles. It's going to be one heck of a trial by fire after it ships, with all the devs hammering it. I'm amazed at how quickly the Cardano ecosystem is growing and coming together. Absolutely, guys. And this is the IOHK input output actually tweeting about it, and saying we're now in the process of integrating the PAB to the wallet backend and delivering an end-to-end environment for developers to test dApps. So it's on the horizon, guys. Sunday Swap did an interview. They spoke about it and they said they're weeks away. Interesting decks. I mean, they're all very interesting, these dexes, and we are going to have a number of them on the channel in the form of interviews. So that's one thing that we're looking for in the Discord, is questions to put forward to some of these dApp developers or team members. So the Discord link is in the description, guys. But you can see they're comparing themselves to other chains. They're doing things in a slightly different way. It's all very interesting. Now, in regards to media, even Raoul Pal says Cardano, Solana, and 2 additional Ethereum rivals will be super explosive this cycle, but there's a catch, and he goes in to talk about why he's chosen these. And he's somebody that's been largely not really on the side of Cardano, and has, you know, kind of changed his tune, if you will. But things are looking exceptionally good, guys. I mean, seriously, things look fantastic. And I don't think there's a reason for the negativity. If you're feeling negative, guys, go and follow my Twitter. We do post stuff pretty regularly on there. This was a schematic as I was kind of showing you and backing this up, if you will, in relation to where people accumulate and distribute in regards to smart money. Look at what the sentiment is right now for Cardano, guys. It's largely very negative, and this is really due to it's almost like it's meant to happen, and ultimately you're going to be selling into smart money. That's what I believe is taking place right now. Just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think I've done enough research to suggest that I am right. But that is just my own opinion as well. So that's really all I have for you guys. Things are moving along fantastically. I don't think there's any reason to be bearish whatsoever. I'm certainly not. And I definitely think you've got this sort of a Wyckoff schematic. I've seen things play out in the way that a Wyckoff accumulation schematic would that have looked a lot less like this. In fact, I might be able to find you some examples. So these are some examples. This is Apple, and you can see you've got a kind of similar thing. And this looked a lot less like a perfect schematic than I think people. This is corn. You can see this is really what's taking place, and these look very similar to the Cardano chart, guys. So that's really all I have for you in this video. I'm going to love and leave you on that one. If you're not already in the Discord, guys, the link's in the description. Those who wish to delegate to us, it's much appreciated. We are now looking like we are going to start minting blocks, and this is just a start. It's going to become more frequently, and as the ROI gets established, I'm sure we'll have more people on board. That is all I have for you guys. If you've enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next YouTube video. Thank you very much for watching.